Third game of the day, MOUZ versus GamersOrigin. It is, in the words of Cadril, going to be a complete banger. I actually just said that.
Yeah.
We are about 2 minutes away from Champion Select here, so I just want to wet the whistle slightly, you know? Give you a bit of a taste of what's to come. Let's have a look at some of those fights that got mousesports and GamersOrigin into this position, and this is some of the remaining moments of the GamersOrigin game.
Yeah, Geo with a team fight comp here against Fnatic's sort of split push comp. They were already ahead in this fight. bluezor already pops off, taking on 2 of them, and I think the main thing that I want to take away from Go is just their drafts have a consistent win condition of sort of tank top, carry jungle and stuff like this, and they actually have a really good way of snowballing games with team fights, whereas MOUZ, on the other hand, just like dives. You can see Intrepid Fox got Baron here when it was completely legal for them to be able to get it with the game state 10 minutes beforehand. And they just love scrapping. I mean, they always scrap, they always fight. It's all based on mechanics and outplaying you. Like you said, it's a skill check team. So if Geo can match them in the solo lanes, have a decent draft against them and play well around the dragons, I think MOUZ will struggle. But MOUZ always finds these fights. They always just go for these psycho dives and they somehow pull it off, so yeah.
Yeah, and actually the result of this game is really important too, because the winner would go to 4 wins. And 4 wins is generally the barometer for getting out of the group. A lot of other teams have either been forced into tiebreakers to get out of the group or have got out of the group on 4 wins. And I believe if GamersOrigin win here, they are guaranteed at least one of the top 2 seeds. I'm pretty sure, because then obviously they go to face on against Intrepid Fox. If they go to 5 wins, they're absolutely guaranteed. But regardless of the semantics, this win is important for both teams. Both MOUZ and GamersOrigin really need this to secure their way out of this group.
Yeah, 4 wins, 1 loss is definitely what you want. We're straight in the draft here, and you saw Intrepid Fox banning out the Akali. They were banning out Irelia as well, I believe, or something like this. They were banning out mid laners to try and stop leader's champion pool. So the LeBlanc comes out from the side of MOUZ. I think that's a good ban. There's the Akali ban as well. So there might be a lot of mid bans here. I think Caitlyn will be banned away as well. Maybe you'll see a Shen ban from the side of Geo to stop the Shen flex, or even a set ban. So MOUZ's strat's obvious, right? Just ban out mids. They're going to try to deny as many mids as they can. There's Kalista open, Caitlyn open, Shen, stuff like this for the side of GamersOrigin. Even champions like the Sylas, so they're going to ban away these power picks for MOUZ.
Yeah, SMILEY doesn't want to go up against the Kalista. And actually, as you said, the bot lane should be our focus for this game. SMILEY has been, as you said, 5-time MVP in the regular season LFL. He has got a lot of prowess, and that bot lane's been a consistent carry for the team. But Jeskla and promisq are explosive. They love the 2v2. They're a very high-skill bot lane, and they try to sort of check you wherever they can.
Yeah, it's interesting to see if they ban out Caitlyn here. The Caitlyn ban does come out, so MOUZ, they could go back to the Shen first pick.
It's going to be the case.
They're going to do it. GamersOrigin might default something like the Ashe set. I think that's something that can work really well for them. They can keep the set flex up. They can even go for something like the Nidalee early if they want and go Renekton on 3. They have lots of options. They've shown us different things. They know how to play loads of different things. They probably want to save mid for either a 3 pick with bans or a counter pick in the last pick. So early picking something like the set, something like the Ashe is really useful for them. And I think MOUZ esports will just match it with something like the Senna, like the Jhin, because the Kalista's out this time. They can't go for the Kalista Thresh, they can't go for the Kalista Nautilus. So expecting to see some Jhin Senna for the side of MOUZ. And some Aphelios. We've seen some Aphelios here and there. I know Jeskla does like to play this champ, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, Aphelios has kind of dropped out the meta ever so slightly. If this is a lock-in, he's looking for a Graves potentially. We've got a bit of a cycling coming from bluezor, but there has been a tendency to just lock in carry junglers. Does that put pressure on Obsess? Because he's not kind of known for carry junglers in this meta, right?
That's the thing. When you blind pick an AD jungle like Graves, you can counter pick with things like the Nidalee, the Lilia, even champs like the Evelyn have worked really well. But Obsess, he's not a fan of those champs. He really likes to play Sett, he really likes to play Zac, Sejuani, Shen. He likes these early game jungle sort of pryos where he just drops his farm, he just tries to get his laners ahead, tries to force dives and ignores camps basically. So bluezor picking up an early game farming jungle here. He will have some impact on the map when he gets level 3, level 4, when he has the red buff and stuff like this, but I think Obsess is definitely going to go for something like the sets or something that might get banned out, or even the Shen jungle, which could be a possibility. So Ashe Nautilus from the side of Geo here. I think that Galio is probably going towards bot side. I don't think it's going mid.
I'm almost certain that's not leader taking Galio.
That is not leader. It could be a threatened flex, but I think Camille is a huge pick for the side of MOUZ here. It could be a huge pick in top lane if Tolkin wants to go for something like that, but the Urgot's open, the GP's open. But when you have Galio Shen, you really want something to just drop those ults on.
The Sylas is going to get taken off the board here. Something that actually was available for a leader last game, didn't choose to opt into it, went for the Ekko instead. I imagine that GamersOrigin leave their R5 pick to toucouille to give him the best possible option into leader.
Definitely. They banned out the Sylas. There's not much left on the side of leader. Geo probably wants to blind their top lane on 4. The GP ban kind of suggests to me that Shen's going top again.
Yeah, yeah.
GP
It's a free matchup for GP, right?
Yeah, he gets a free matchup into that. They're going to ban away the Malphite, so could be looking at something like a 4-pick Wukong here. Renekton perhaps as well. Even something like a Tanka or Sion wouldn't hurt them too much, but maybe Shemek wants to default something like the Jace, like the Wukong, which he has been doing. But MOUZ have one more ban for top lane here, or they could throw it in mid lane as well. If they want something like a Syndra, it's still up. Maybe they could throw a ban at that if they don't want to get countered by that, or they just throw it at top lane again. So
let's see, it's good. The Cassiopeia, something that we know toucouille will back onto, but I imagine this is going to be your top lane pick for GamersOrigin right now. And as you said, there's plenty of options for them. They could go for the Sion, the Ornn, that type of thing.
They could go Syndra as well. If they want to pick Syndra, there's the only real counter to Syndra really open is the Ekko, but they're going to go for the Wukong. The Malphite ban kind of gave that one away. Wukong, really good champ, really good team fight. It does have some counters. I know people like to run like something like Volibear into it top, but it's all down to what they want to pick in jungle mid here. I think the Shen is probably going top side with the GP ban. So is Obsess going to play Nidalee?
It would be a bit off-brand for Obsess, right? I mean, I'm not saying he can't do it. He's definitely got that option. We know he likes to play things like Nocturne, which is kind of like a half farming, half carry jungler in that sense. But Hecarim is still open. Yeah, Hecarim has been left open all the way through to Blue Force, so there's going to be Obsess on the Hecarim pick. Something that's more like his style, has a bit more ability to be tanky.
I actually let Hecarim sort of slip under my own radar there. You've got the Shen. Hecarim is a really strong combo. Yeah. You've got the Galio on top of that in support, so what does Leader want to run here? Does he want to blind pick the Ekko like he did last time? That kind of negates the Syndra pick, so he does blind pick the Ekko. toucouille could go for something like a Syndra here. It's not the best matchup for the side of Ekko. For Ekko can kind of win into Syndra at one item. You saw it Worlds, even Jizuke versus Crown. That matchup is quite historic, but I think they need an AP champ in mid here. Azir wouldn't be the worst champ. Syndra could work if he wants to full trade, but most mages are banned. Zoe is also kind of struggling into Ekko later on, but he needs to pick a mage. You need some AP, you need some scaling. Zoe fits in well, Syndra fits in well, anything teamfight oriented, anything with picks. I think it's a good pickup from Geo. Yeah,
it's going to be, and toucouille has played this Zoe quite a lot, you know, throughout the LFL and also, I think he played it in the European Masters also, so we know that he can perform on this pick.
MOUZ love melee champs.
Yeah.
There's 4 melee champs on their comp again. They just love it. So Jeskla's the only range champ again in their draft here. They have a lot of dive. The Ashe doesn't have much peel from the side of Geo. The Zoe doesn't have much peel either. So
it's why I would have liked the Azir, you know, because the Azir creates space and then you can just like essentially put them into a death bowl and just slam them with your soldiers.
Yeah. The only thing with the Azir is it can push in, but it doesn't have as much playmaking as you'd like. Sure. Things like the Zoe, you see caps on Zoe. He gets one wave mid pro, runs bot, throws his bubbles, gets some kills. So I'd like to see that from the side of toucouille. They have got really good early jungle mid prio. Zoe will get the push in early. bluezor will have early jungle prio. Try to get that towards bot, but my only concern for the side of Geo is they have Hecarim, Galio, Shen. So if SMILEY uses his flash forward or he tries to get some kills, I think he gets punished the next fight onwards. And I think the same goes for toucouille. They can get caught out really easily, but if they play it slow, they play it smart, then they should be able to poke them down, have good engage with the Ashe arrow, look for flanks with the Wukong, Shemek on the Wukong, and yeah, just try and survive the death ball that MOUZ throws at you, and after that you can just push them out.
There is a lot to play for in this game. LFL versus the Prime League. They are essentially looking to book their place out of groups. They are looking to book their place out of groups from this point onwards. Yeah,
Jeskla's up towards the top side here. They might be looking to get an early ward away from the side of Geo. Leader is running fleet footwork. I believe he was using Electrocute last game. So he just wants to survive the early lane phase.
I'm just having a look, and I'm being told by our League Ops, if MOUZ win, there is a 1 out of 8 scenario of a 3-way tiebreaker to be played tomorrow. And there is a 5 out of 8 scenarios, so you're more likely to see a tiebreaker if MOUZ win. If GamersOrigin win, there's a 2 out of 8 scenarios, so a quarter, sort of 25% chance for Fnatic and MOUZ to tiebreaker for second. And there is a 12.5% chance for Fnatic and GamersOrigin for first. So there is a lot of tiebreakers on the line as a result of this game.
Yeah, and it's starting off quite fast. Tolkin is staying around here. He's not in top. He gets the taunt. The ghost is popped as well.
bluezor straight over. The taunt is there. bluezor just absolutely disrespectful. Flash over the wall for HustlinbeasT. Leader wants the kill here.
Yes, does he have E? He does have E. He's going to be able to catch up to him. He should be able to take him down.
He should
maybe the next E.
He should be able to get E again at some
point. It's a long cooldown.
It's a relatively long cooldown.
He's losing mid waves. Tolkin's picking them up.
He's trying to taunt. Oh, he's still alive. How is he still alive? What is going on with Leader here? He's just going to teleport out.
Okay, yeah, smart play. toucouille was collapsing. So MOUZ read the level 1 really well. It's something very common among teams where if they think a team's going to invade level 1, they leave their top laner there. Tolkin was hiding in the bush. bluezor went around the wrong way. He kind of split off from his AD in support. And even though MOUZ got the first blood, Tolkin lost a lot of creeps top. And leader lost flash TP. And he lost a potion and he's under tower. So he did get first blood, but he's not going to be able to spend his gold. So the gold might be in favor of MOUZ right now, but they can't spend it for at least 4 to 5 minutes unless Obsess can kind of clear his camps, use his early jungle lead in terms of tempo towards mid to try and help him push out. I think that's the only real way that they can get leader to get a good base off.
Yeah, they actually lost a lot of waves top as well. I mean, Tolkin was late to lane, behind in experience. toucouille had the push in mid, and leader was put a little bit behind in that scenario as well. So even though that first blood came through, actually wasn't the worst thing in the world for GamersOrigin.
Yeah, you can look at the top CS. He just crashed a big wave. Tolkin will pick up a couple creeps. I mean, HustlinbeasT did get late to lane, but the Ashe didn't get punished too much. She's because she was Wing the creeps, probably trying to keep the last hits up because she couldn't walk up. So SMILEY's a bit low on mana here. That's the only real punishment. Hustlin's down in a little bit of XP, but the main thing is the top and mid. I think leader is going to struggle a little bit here. If toucouille keeps him on the tower, keeps pressuring him, Shemek even has time to stop Obsess getting blue.
Yeah, Shemek's going to head in to that blue side jungle, clear out the control ward, and now bluezor is coming across, looking to punish for that play. bluezor is level 3 as well, so he's able to out-farm right now. And
It's a smite fight.
It's a smite fight.
Oh, Obsess got it.
Thank God Obsess did get it as well, and he will not even get punished for that. That was a little bit of a wasted play there as the hook comes through into the bot lane. promisq does not have flash from that earlier player. We forced to blow the heal here, and now SMILEY being pushed back by Jeskla.
Yeah, and bluezor was set behind because of the death. He was a lot slower on the jungle clear. Obsess got a leash, he got Raptors, red golems, went to the top side. bluezor tried to use his level 3 with a top prio, all coming back to the level 1 because Shemek was first into lane and Tolkin was really late. Tried to invade the blue buff, didn't get the smite. I think if he got the smite, he would put Obsess behind, he would stay level 3. bluezor would be one getting level 4 first, but he does get top grab, he's going to get bot grab, so not the end of the world, but he's actually just going to run straight to bot. promisq has no flash.
promisq has no flash. Nice little zone coming through there. The teleport as well. bluezor's coming in. They may end up giving away promisq's lives. Nice Q from the Graves. End of the line for promisq, and they're going to force the flash out of Jeskla too.
Yep. Good TP there from toucouille, just kind of seals the deal on that play. I think the main thing is the bot wave is horrible for the side of MOUZ. That wave's pushing into Geo. Geo can just get a free base here on the Ashe. Hustlin can hold the wave if he wants to, or he can base as well. And bluezor gets double crab. toucouille, he does TP bot, so that means leader is going to get this base off. He does have a lot of gold because of the first blood, so leader is kind of freed up from that play. promisq goes down, the gold goes to SMILEY. He's going to run to lane and catch his bot wave pushing in, so it's not the end of the world for MOUZ. Leader did get the base off. He's finally out of lane. He can start pushing now. toucouille's the one on the back foot. He's going to have to push this base, so not the end of the world. Hustlin also needs the base. There's lots of basing going on. There's lots of fighting, but it all comes down to this level 1 in the wave states for every lane almost.
Shemek was playing a little scared, didn't know where Obsess was on the map, but now they've seen him in that bottom jungle. He should be a little bit more comfortable on that top side of the map.
And they could go for dragon here. Bot wave is huge and they're going to crash it. They have full vision. They have almost a free dragon here. They spot the bluezor, still has the base, but MOUZ being MOUZ, they're pinging a bot dive.
They're going for a dive, but you know, that was a back from Hustlin. This is going to be SMILEY in a rough situation. He's desperately clearing the waves. Here comes the teleport coming out from Shemek. Should go down very quickly. SMILEY taken low. They'll get a trade 1-for-1 in the end. And actually, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, 1-for-1 is okay for GamersOrigin in that situation.
It's completely even on the bot side. This whole play depends on top wave. If top wave's pushing into MOUZ, then Geo wins. If top wave's pushing into Geo, then MOUZ loses, for example. So I can't really tell by the minimap.
But it looks like it's relatively even. Slow pushing towards GamersOrigin, I believe.
So that wave is horrible for MOUZ. That's going into Geo. So Tolkin's the one losing out here. Shemek's going to base here, catch a free top wave. And yeah, 1-for-1. It's good to get a kill on the Wukong early. toucouille's trading onto leader here a bit.
toucouille is trading onto leader here, trying to go aggressive. That is a nice drowsy. Will he be able to get the paddle star? No, won't even get the basic attack.
Doesn't even get the basic attack. Yeah, so 1-for-1. SMILEY loses both sums, so that helps MOUZ's bot lane. And the whole good idea about the play for MOUZ is even though Tolkin's lost a lot of creeps, he didn't get a kill, he didn't really get anything from the TP from the match, but he will get 6. So Shemek doesn't have TP now. Leader doesn't have TP, but Tolkin will have the level 6. So the MOUZ bot lane can start to fight when this wave is cleared out. Tolkin will hit level 6 soon, but Shemek's quite strong now, so that's pretty good for the side of Geo.
Hustlin has got flash. They will scout out Obsess with the Hawk shot. Great thing about Ashe is you're always going to have that extra added vision, but because of that priority, because of the support they're going to get from leader, this should be the first dragon started up by Obsess.
Tolkin has got level 6. bluezor can try to cross map, take a few camps. He's going to clear a bit of vision. Tolkin's going to kind of gatekeep him a bit here. You're not taking my topside camps, mate. Does get chunked out through it, but they have the Shen ult for Drake, can't really contest it. Lucky Obsess, he gets the bot crab spawning bot side as well, so there's no Herald up yet, but Geo is going for a swap. Smiley's moving up into the top side. They've identified that Shen has the ult. They don't really want to lane bot. They don't have sums, so they're really vulnerable to like a 4-man, 5-man dive with the Shen ult. Get them out of that lane, put them into the Shen, and this is what I think Intrepid Fox could have done last game. Just play into the Shen, don't play away from the Shen. You need to make sure that if you're behind in lane or you don't have sums and you're vulnerable to these dives, you need to make sure that you're against the Shen to stop the number disadvantage.
toucouille's built up a small CS advantage in the mid lane as well. You would expect that, you know, Ekko will get bullied out a little bit by the Zoe. You can see, are they going to volley Tolkin and stop him from going back? I think Smiley was looking for it.
Yeah, they don't have vision. Leader,
oh my word.
does get chunked out a bit, but Geo have set up pretty well. The Herald's in 5 seconds. They've got decent vision on the top side. They could try to punish some sort of dive, but I think Smiley is freezing that top wave, so they're looking for a pick. I think MOUZ have reacted really well. Sen, Shen, bot instantly tried to match, but Smiley's just freezing this wave, trying to get Jeskla as far behind as possible. So they realize the wave's frozen. They need to wait for Obsess to come to top side, so we can't go top. We might get ganked, so let's just try to look for some wards.
promisq trying to catch out toucouille here. toucouille a little low on mana. And they'll take the safe way, but they've lost a lot of waves.
Shemek needs to move.
Yeah, Shemek needs to move.
He needs to move top now. If they start a fight, Shen ult comes in, they're going to lose the 5v4. So Shemek's identified this. He's going to run mid, push in the wave, and it's going to be a 5v5 on this Herald, I think.
Do you think that favors? Oh, that's a great engage from Smiley straight onto Jeskla. There's the Shen ultimate, and he will not get taken down. The Tolkin come through. Tolkin sets it up nicely, and the first kill goes over to promisq, who's taken low himself. And now, in the meantime, Obsess joins. That'll be the second kill for MOUZ. It looked like the engage was there, but Shemek not able to support, and Shen immediately could.
You can't really blame them. Hustlin's going to die here as well. He could try and Hex Flash to buy some time, but I think he's going to get chased down eventually. But oh, Tolkin's, he's not letting him get away. So they could give the kill to leader here, help him snowball a bit more. And there's a fight in the top side. That's going to be...
Is that just toucouille going down?
He's dead, yeah. That's 4. They got 4 kills for nothing. I think you could see the engage. It looked so good. The arrow was perfect. The flash from Hustlin was really good, but they just didn't have the damage to finish him off. The Shen ult came in. Jeskla would manage to survive with the heal and the Shen ult. So MOUZ, they pick up 4 kills, I believe, and they're going to get this Herald. All they had to realistically do is just wait for Shemek to push in mid and just move to them. And then it's a 5v5. But they tried to pull the trigger early because they tried to catch Jeskla and it didn't pay off.
You're trying to catch Jeskla when he has... Oh, he...
So they have a ward on Jeskla here. He has no flash. They hit the arrow. Hustlim reacts really well, but the taunt comes in. Jeskla just about lives from the Shen ult. The heal in the Shen ult does save him. And then Tolkin comes in, gets the double taunt. And now Smiley tries to finish off promisq. He flashes out just in time, lives on almost 1 HP. And Smiley, no flash now. He's stuck between 2 members. Leader comes in. Hustlin has to run away. And it was a 3v4, 3v5 going on in MOUZ's side of the jungle, when all they really had to do was wait for Shemek to move up.
They didn't need to make that play. They cut off so many of their team as well by going over the wall. And again, like you said, Shemek was moving to top side. He was moving to help that team fight situation. If they fought in open ground, you know, that when they have the advantage, they have more room to maneuver. But they box themselves in and they get punished for it. And Tolkin having the impact in that fight.
Yeah, I think MOUZ is really in a good spot here. They've got Hecarim decently far ahead. Leader is probably going to push his wave in base and get some big items here. He's got the blue buff. He is 2-0 on this Ekko, and he is going to be really strong over side lane. We said it before, the Ekko-Shen combo, something they ran last game. It's going to be quite deadly for the side of Geo. They don't have too much to react to it. The Wukong could probably deal with it in the mid to late game, so not the end of the world. But Geo, they saw the pick, they went for it. I can respect it, but the heal and the shield was just too much. They couldn't finish him off, and now they're down 1,500 gold. Leader's just picked up his proto belt. He's going to be able to push his mid wave in and fight toucouille whenever he wants. Shen ult's coming up soon again, so I'd like to see MOUZ just keep playing into this bot side.
It's been working out for them so far. promisq is the only casualty on the entire team with 2 deaths, but he now has the stopwatch, as does Jeskla, for around this second dragon fight. And we are looking at either a Infernal or Mountain Soul. Shemek comes in, they're trying to put pressure onto Tolkin, who doesn't have that flash available. The second ultimate comes through, the Cyclone doing work, but
He's too tanky.
He's too tanky.
What's going on here?
They're trying to go for it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Flash forced out from Shemek, and Tolkin finds the 1v2 defense. Yeah,
they thought they could kill him there. Maybe bluezor thought they had the damage, so Shemek went back in. They do end up losing a flash on the side of Shemek, so in favor of MOUZ, I mean, that's the whole idea. If you're going to cross map top and you show, Geo just can't lane. There's 4 people hovering bot side, and they have a Shen ult, so they have the Herald. This tower is going to go down.
It's going to be first tower.
Drake as well in 20 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. First tower easily enough for MOUZ. They're playing brilliantly in this game. A really important game for not only MOUZ, but the Prime League as a whole. The chances of MOUZ getting out of this group very high if they win this. You know, like, and that is important because the Prime League do not have a guaranteed seed in the quarterfinals as of yet.
Yeah, definitely a really important game. They are going to be able to pick up the second Drake as well of the game, so could be Infernal, could be Mountain Soul. Let's see what it is, but Tolkin just playing this weak side really well. Even though he overstepped a bit too far, I think Gio tried to punish him, and Shemek used his ult, so that means if they did want to fight this Drake, they wouldn't have the Wukong ult for the fight, so they're just going to have to give it up. They don't have any vision, they don't have any pryos, so MOUZ, 2 pushing lanes on mid bot side, and Leader's diving in.
Leader's going straight in, will have the support of the Galio, but that will allow... Oh, Obsess wants it! The flash comes through, straight back, they're trying to get onto him, Obsess will take the kill. bluezor can do nothing as he's supported by Leader, but he actually goes down in the end. A 1-for-1 trade overall, great knock-up coming through, and Leader will be able to trade back, but look at those HP bars. Leader goes in, double kill here, the flash comes through for XD SMILEY. Will anyone be able to punish here? I think Tolkin on the top side of the map escaping without...
He might get executed. I think he has about 2 more seconds left to wait.
I think he gets executed here.
Yeah, he did it perfectly. He's going to execute it. Well played by the side of MOUZ. They just punish dive. Leader goes in, gets his whole combo off, and everyone just follows it. That's the whole thing. They have the Shen ult, they have the Galio ult. Leader can play as aggressive as he wants. He was already 2-0 before the fight, so now another double kill for Leader. He's going towards the Lich Bane, and if we watch this again, Obsess pops the Ghost, promisq ults in. You can see the Shen ult comes in a little bit later on, but Obsess commits to the fight. He goes in, toucouille uses his ult, but the Ashe arrow, where we can see the spectators, hits promisq, I believe, and promisq dies to the tower, probably because he's tanking. The Shen ult comes onto Obsess. bluezor, no flash, he can't really escape, no ult either, so the target selection from MOUZ was just perfect. I think they played it really well. Leader with the ult damage onto Hustlin here takes him down, and SMILEY does kind of clean up a little bit here by flashing forwards, gets the shot down onto Leader, but it's not enough. They need more than just a shutdown in a 1-for-3 situation to actually start snowballing this game for the side of Gio, because if you're playing a teamfight comp and this side lane Ekko with the Shen ult and the Galio ult even is just strong, then you need some sort of answers. But MOUZ, they did make a few mistakes in the same situation last game. Gio might be able to punish them a bit more than Intrepid Fox did, so we'll have to see where this game goes.
Leader 4-1. That's a scoreline we are just so used to seeing with this guy. He can put that pressure to the sideline. Obsess at 2-0-5 as well, but SMILEY, 100% kill participation on this Ashe. The MVP extraordinaire from GamersOrigin has got the gold in his back pocket. He's gone for the Blade of the Ruined King build here, I assume, to give him some kiting options versus the likes of the Hecarim and the Ekko.
Yeah, it's a really good build for Ashe, the Blade Rush. And bluezor playing this carry jungle, he's really behind. He needs to get some sort of items under his belt. He needs a Black Cleaver, an Edged Knight, something like this to actually start having some impact. But toucouille enough, he has flash.
He's got flash available, will flash away here. The Ignite's not going to take him down. Obsess looking for it as the arrow comes through, will get dodged away, and Obsess picks up the kill. Killing spree for him, nothing they can do about it as toucouille gets blasted down. HustlinbeasT taken low, saved I think by the potions in his inventory. And now
SMILEY
it's going to be SMILEY. What is he doing? Steps way too far up here. Should get stunned up by Ekko, or very close to. Obsess taken down low. Here comes the teleport in from Shemek, but bluezor is leading them away. That teleport's just not going to have the impact, as Jeskla is going to flash too. Here comes
Jeskla!
Oh, so close. The ultimate comes through. Can Shemek make the hero play 1 versus 5? I don't think he can.
How can they keep getting away with this? They just keep diving onto them, flashing on them when they step up, and MOUZ. It was clean execution on toucouille. Obsess came in once again. toucouille flashed out. Obsess followed up really well, and SMILEY took a really risky path to get to that fight. He had no flash. They chased him down, and MOUZ picked up some more kills. You can see good decision making from promisq here. Flash W's over, hits the knock up as well. toucouille gets 2 flashes, but Obsess coming in from the side. The arrow misses because of the stopwatch. Takes out toucouille again in the exact same way, and you think the fight's over here, but Jeskla, he has the ult. He tried to get one more auto, he saw it, but he just about lives. SMILEY tries to get some damage onto Obsess, but Leader's over the wall. Jeskla and promisq are ready to react, and SMILEY did look kind of fast. It didn't look like they had all the spells to hit him. He used the Blade active, he got the movement speed buff, and they just keep chasing him down. And when you think Obsess might die, the Shen ult comes in. And then when you think Jeskla might die, his heal comes in, and they just keep chasing him down over and over again. And Gio just keep bleeding kills, they just keep bleeding waves, and it's going to be even more gold for the side of MOUZ.
I saw the bluezor didn't even die there, by the way. I was almost certain that he was dead. He did actually keep himself alive. Now Leader trying to go into SMILEY, who does not have anything to escape. Leader picks up another kill. Obsess follows up onto Hustlin, who gets executed. And
it's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
These 4 melee champs are working so well. The Death Ball with Hecarim and the Galio and the Ekko is just working so well. And bluezor does get taunted up.
Taunted up.
toucoulie's coming on the side.
He is trying to do some kind of damage on the sidelines here. Shemek has just not had the impact on this Wukong as of yet. Can't name a skirmish where I've seen Shemek actually get there on time thus far.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't been having as much impact as he should have with the early game lead he was given. He got the early kill with the TP bot. He has the Triforce. He does have the tools he needs to kind of bring this game back for Geo if he can find some sort of flank. Jeskla no flash. promisq also down a flash, so they've used all their aggressive summoner spells to get some kills, and toucouille trying to get some poke down to punish him out, but the leader on this side lane, he's going to have the Lich Bane in base. toucoulie's just finished one item, leader's going to be sitting on 2, and Tolkin playing weak side all game. You can see Geo trying to go 4-man bot, trying to get up some setup for this dragon, but they're going to lose mid tower. They're going to TP in with the side of leader with the second item, and there's going to be another fight.
There's going to be another leaders setting up for this nicely. I really don't think that Geo are in the position that they need to be. Taken down low there for promisq, but he will be kept alive with the ultimate, the Dawning. Shadow just unable to get any kills, but promisq's kept alive here. Here comes Shemek, finally the Cyclone having an impact in a fight, but not enough because Obsess is just so damn fed. bluezor in the absolute middle of nowhere will be forced to retreat through the red side jungle. He'll go down eventually, and MOUZ are in complete control of this game.
Obsess is just running everyone over with this Hecarim. Every single one of his kills is his E, just running at someone, finishing them off. He instantly runs a bluezor, takes him down. Shemek tries his best to peel as much as he could for SMILEY, but it's not enough. Even if you peel away the Ekko, you've still got the Hecarim to deal with, the Shen, the Galio. So this death ball, Obsess sitting at 7-0-6. He has the Triforce, he has a lot of gold in base. Leader's on 2 items, the Senna's doing her job, the Shen's doing his job, and so is the Galio. So if you watch this fight again, leader TP's in with 2 items. SMILEY, he thinks he can take some damage onto Tolkin here. There's kind of 2 fights going on. There's the fight between the supports, there was a fight between the mids, and bluezor has to dash out the pit. It becomes a 4v5. SMILEY's trying to take as much damage on Tolkin as he can, but now he just splits from his team, and leader sees that. Instantly jumps on, and Shemek tries to use the ult to peel as much as he can, but Obsess with the ghost, with the runs him down, takes him out. Shemek dies for trying to help him, and bluezor just gets chased down by Obsess. So
okay, like let's take stock of this game. MOUZ are in complete control. I mean, I don't see a scenario where they aren't likely going to finish out being on top here. But if you were GamersOrigin, what do you need to do? Like, what's your best case scenario to get yourselves into a winning position?
The only advantage, quote-unquote, that they have is the Wukong's upper level. He has the Triforce, he has the bot push. He needs to use it somehow. Shemek has to kind of base, try and go topside with toucouille, try to catch out leader with no flash. Maybe look for some kind of flank with pinks in your jungle and just flash over the wall and get onto the Senna. They need to punish these flash timers on the side of MOUZ, but even then, they're going to have the Shen ult up again soon, the Senna ult, the Galio ult, all these globals to try and help the person getting caught, and you can't play strong side bot anymore. You can't have bluezor and Shemek bot side. You can't have them trying to dive onto Tolkin. He's not going to die. He's too tanky. Baron's spawning. They don't have the damage. They just need to look for number advantages in fights somehow. But MOUZ, they're doing so well to group up. And even if they're at a number disadvantage, they have globals.
They're trying to play towards Tolkin here, but it doesn't really net them anything. They're just desperately looking for any kind of advantage. I mean, Tolkin's got flash.
He's not going to die.
He's not going to die.
And now the whole MOUZ team is going to collapse on you. This is the thing with going for these bot plays. When you're so far behind, you have no mid pressure. You're down almost 7 to 8k gold, and Obsess, thumbs up. Welcome to the weak side. The police are here. We're going to arrest you, and bluezor is going to get taken down.
It's just dead. Absolutely dead. I mean, weak side police.
Yeah, they strike again. They just keep arresting people. It's crazy.
Goodness gracious. GamersOrigin, they are...
TP.
Yeah, TP coming through. I just don't see a way. GamersOrigin surely in the death zone now. toucouille doing his best to try and keep himself alive. But
everywhere is their weak side. Geo has no strong side. They can't step past river anywhere.
Tolkin through here. Keeps Obsess alive on the onslaught of shadows, but they will not get a kill from it. SMILEY just starved of resources. You can see leader chasing toucouille down. He will eventually go down, you feel, but it's a long, long chase here.
Yeah, he's taking on a magical journey. toucouille could try to get executed on bot tier 2 here. The trouble is it is gonna hit, so actually maybe he can get out. He has the bot push from Shemek. Geo, they are gonna get the bot tower. They don't have the Senna ult to snipe out toucouille, but he has TP, he has heal, he should be fine. So in the end, toucouille doesn't die, but Geo, they can't go for these plays. They don't really have a strong side. Leader, he has the ult.
He has got the ult. Shemek will be there to support toucouille on his retreat that has been going on for over a minute now, as he walks his way all the way across the map.
Yeah, I think Geo is approaching this game wrongly. They shouldn't go for these strong side bot plays because they're always going to get collapsed on. MOUZ have too much mid push. You have to just use your bot push into mid, try to get Shemek to push out all the way to tier 1, try to have him base, and try to look for some arrows if they overstep to hit mid tier 2. They can throw the arrow, they can have the flash from Wukong, but now they don't have flash from Wukong. Jeskla's flash just came back up, and Leader's building towards his third item. He still has all the globals for him, so...
I mean, I know you've got Triforce completed, working towards what could be a more for sort of rather a Hex Drinker for Obsess. I'm not sure where he's going with that. Plenty of options, I suppose.
Could be Death Stance as well.
Could be Death Dance as well, as you said.
Probably going to be a Death Stance. Yeah, Geo, they can only really have defensive vision here. MOUZ, once they push out the waves, clear out the jungle camps, they've got the 4th dragon spawning in 50 seconds, so I'd like to see Leader push out this top wave. If his TP's up in time for the dragon, he can always just push on the top inhib and TP into the fight if he needs to. He can also just run to the dragon if he wants to, but keeping up this top pressure is really good. They're going to get the bot push as well, so after this mid wave, they can try and put some pinks on the Ashe to make sure that Geo can't sneak it, and then try to get full bot vision for this Infernal Soul.
And the Infernal Soul is going to be that much more devastating if you're GamersOrigin, because the extra burst you've been trying to negotiate, trying to survive through, is going to get that much harder to do so.
Yeah, Geo, they have to fight this dragon. If they lose the Infernal Soul, I think the game's going to snowball out of control. Leader, he has the TP, he has the Shen ult, so if Geo tried to make a play on Leader while trading it for the Infernal Soul,
they'll be happy about
there's going to be a fight here.
Oh my word, Obsess runs
No flash.
straight in. Smiley's just dead. Nothing they can do as the Onslaught of Shadows forces bluezor out. promisq will keep Jeskla alive. Leader will pick up HustlinbeasT, and it's just too easy for the team from the Prime League.
I think that could be Infernal Soul, and it could be Baron too. I think MOUZ, they don't really need to base. They have tempo heaven right now. All the waves are pushing in. They can just take this Infernal Soul, move towards the Baron, and that's MOUZ punishing you. Smiley has no flash, and they have a Death Ball comp. That's what we said in draft. If they have this Death Ball comp and it's ahead, and Hecarim just jumps on the Ashe, she has no peel. There's no Tam Kench to eat him. There's no Thresh Lantern. Once the jumps come in, he's just going to die, and yeah, sucks. There's nothing they can do. It's horrible. Feels bad, man, for Smiley.
It really does. GamersOrigin here, and not in a great spot. No real way or no real avenue that we can see to find their way back into the game. Smiley's way off those late game power spikes that the Ashe needs to be super relevant. And even if he was, he still has to negotiate the fact that you've got the dive squad coming for you every single fight. And toucouille has been less than relevant since the whole game began. It's just not a great spot if you're a GamersOrigin fan.
That's the difficulty for Geo right now. Most comps, they don't have this much engage. They don't have this much dive. So when you try and poke and prod and get vision, you can kind of put wards here, down there, poke them out, use the Zoe bubbles, try and get some sort of vision. But if they can just run at you and flash on you when you have no sums, then it's so hard to contest vision. They tried to get the mid wave in, they didn't even step past their own mid tier 1 and they got engaged on. So MOUZ, they have the Shen weak side. Shen ult should be up soon, so they can wait for that before they play aggressive. The Galio ult's not up yet either, neither the Senna ult, so Leader could play a bit safe here, but they're going to go for an engage anyway.
Go straight for an engage there, goes the Hecarim. Oh, goodbye, Smiley.
Yeah.
3 and 7. You can tell he's been the punching bag for this MOUZ roster.
They're targeting well, good target selection. They don't even need the globals to go in there. I mean, Smiley, to be honest, I don't think he can walk past his base gates at this point, unless he has flash, because MOUZ can just commit. They're going to start up the Baron here. Geo, they're looking for something bot side, maybe get some wards, maybe get some vision, maybe they want to stay around in bot side here and try and make a pick when MOUZ base, but the MOUZ even need to base. Leader can just go to this mid wave, Jester can go with him, and if MOUZ do base for items, they could try a pick on bot side, but I just don't know if it's going to work. A
MOUZ win here essentially all but guarantees them a spot in the quarterfinals. There are a few tiebreaker scenarios to think of, but MOUZ are in the position to lose. You know, they have that game versus Fnatic later on, and if they win that, they're absolutely through. And what a relief that would be for the Prime League if they guarantee a seed in, because as I said previously, Gamer Legion, they're not guaranteed. They've got to beat Movistar Riders tomorrow to get into the quarterfinals, and given the year that the Prime League has had, and you know, especially coming off the success of 2019, it's going to be such a relief to have a team secured in that quarterfinal spot. And this win really all but puts you there over GamersOrigin.
Definitely a huge game for MOUZ. Puts them at 4-1 in the group, first place. So we'll see what happens later in the day, but they can definitely secure the first seed a lot easier with this win. And they're playing 4-1 here again. Well, 1-3-1 with Shen bot, so Jeskla going to try hit onto this top tower. They do have full melee champs, so taking out this tower is hard. He gets hit by the arrow.
Onto Jeskla, they're going in. There is the ultimate coming through from Tolkin, but the sustain is just too big and the damage just isn't there. Nothing they can do. Look at Leader on the back line. Surely this is game over for GamersOrigin.
Yep.
Top lane tower is going to get focused down. The inhibitor will fall shortly afterwards. MOUZ have come out swinging in this game, and we always are used to bloodbaths, but 24 kills for MOUZ. they have completely stomped GamersOrigin in such a crucial game for the Prime League. They're going to focus down the Nexus turrets. They're going to take the Nexus. They'll go 4-1 in the group. And you really can't see a scenario where MOUZ don't make it out right now.
You said it. It was a stomp. Geo just didn't have any answers. They had some advantage in top. They could never really snowball it. Smiley couldn't walk past his base gates without getting flashed ulted on or whatever by Hecarim and stuff like this. So, yeah, just clean game from MOUZ. They try and engage top side to try and stop the push. They had the 3-1-1 going. They had to engage somehow, otherwise they're going to lose all their inhibs. So, they do manage to catch Jeskla, but they couldn't even kill him. So
absolutely, he had the Dawning Shadow, he had the ult from Shen, and just the heal as well. They just didn't have the damage at that point in time. It was a desperation arrow. They thought they could get the pick and try and punish the 1-3-1 that was going on, or the 1-1-3, whichever way it was set up.
Numbers, but I think it all comes down to this Herald play.
Yeah.
Geo went for this pick onto Jeskla. They overcommitted. They lost 4 members. They lost the Herald, and
that basically lost the game, right? They were never able to recover from that point.
Yeah, MOUZ was kind of in the driving seat. Leader was so strong. They had the Herald. Jeskla was unleashed, and you can't really blame them. Jeskla was out of position, but the Shen ult, the heal, was just too much, and then Geo just got cleaned up.
They needed Shemek to join them. They needed to wait for Shemek. They needed to fight in that open ground. It would have been a different story, potentially. But nonetheless, MOUZ are your victors. 4-1 for the Prime League in Group D, setting themselves up for success. We are going to go to a quick break. When we're back, we'll break down that game.